Hello and welcome to another On Deck Baseball gameplay video. Today we are tackling Project 1961, and that is the community project that is playing through the 1961 New York Yankees season as we witness whether or not Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris can attack that home run record for Babe Ruth in a single season of 61 home runs. Today, Edward is allowing me to play the Cleveland Ball Club against the New York team. We got Mudcat Grant going against Ralph Terry and the Bronx Bombers, so it should be a very interesting matchup here. So I do thank Edward for allowing me to do that. And I do have all of the stats and everything entered up until this game, so I'll be able to give you live stats and updates on that as we play through. But a little bit of a refresh here just to see how the season is going if you haven't been following along on the submissions to the Facebook community group, which definitely check out on Facebook. All the different participants in the project have been posting to their games as we go along. But a little refresh as to how the season has been going so far. New York has a record of 34-24 in the replay season. Historically, they have a record of 36-21 at this point. They also had a tie that accounts for the one less game in the record. As far as the replay goes, in the last 20, New York has a record of 15-5. So they might have started off a little slow, but they have definitely been playing well in the last 20 games. Like I said, I have some stats and everything as we go along. If you could, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment below. That helps these games definitely get a farther reach and helps bring more attention to this project. Again, this is the 1961 project, and this can be done on your table by yourself using the 1961 Fall Season Set. There is a link down below this video for that if you're interested in that. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments, or you can contact me through the different types of contact that I have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with first pitch here as New York visits Cleveland in Project 1961, and let's get going. So we're going to switch up the pitchers here, get Ralph Terry over on the side with Cleveland, Mudcat Grant coming over here. Real quick, Ralph Terry, I do have his stats available. He has a record of 3-0, a 3.78 ERA, and a 1.32 WHIP in the replay season. I believe historically, I don't have his historical numbers, but I believe historically at this point he had a record of 4-0, and his ERA was closer, I think, to about 3.4. Not really sure on what his WHIP was. So we'll go ahead and get these guys going. We got Mudcat Grant taking the mound for Cleveland. He'll be up against the Bronx Bombers. I am using my tablet with Game Changer for this, really for the sole purpose that it makes the recaps a lot easier to do. I could feed the plays during the game into AI and get a recap going. It's very hard to keep up with you guys and the great storytelling that we have in this project that has been posted on the Facebook group. So I thank you guys for that hard work. I need to take a shortcut and use AI. I hope you guys don't mind that. But as usual with the Game Changer app, it's a little bit more difficult to track the fatigue points. So I have that on a side sheet piece of paper here, and these are all my stats, as I mentioned, up until this point in the season. This is game number 59. So the record 34-24 for New York in the replay through this point. So we're going to have Clete Boyer leading off for New York. Clete Boyer has a .315 batting average, .372 on base, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, and 24 runs scored. So he is definitely having a good season so far. It's going to be righty versus righty. It's going to be a -1 on a roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. And an 8-5, as usual, I'll be reading that blue die first. An 8-5 is going to be a single, so we got a single to start off the game here, and that single is going to go to right field. Willie Kirkland will get it and throw it in. And we got a man on first, nobody out. Tony Kubek, the batter. Kubek, a .248 hitter so far on the season, 3 home runs, 33 RBIs, and 31 runs scored. He is actually third on the team in RBIs as well as runs scored. So he is a batter that bats from the left side. It's going to be equal roll. And it's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. And a 7-7, so far high rolls on the pitcher card, and that's going to be a walk. So we're going to have first and second now with nobody out, getting into the heart of this New York order. And that's going to bring up the first half of the M&M Boys, and that is Roger Maris. Roger Maris started off really slow, but boy, has he been catching fire the last few games. Right now, he stands at 15 home runs and batting .294 with .362 on base, a .523 slugging, 37 RBIs, and 33 runs scored. So he is having a good season, a little bit behind his pace for 61, but he is definitely having a great season. And I think I mentioned earlier that the record for Ruth was 61 home runs. I want to clear that up. That is 60 home runs. Maris hit the 61. All right, so Maris bats from the left-hand side. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. Another pitcher's card for Grant, but he hasn't been able to get outs, but he looks like he strikes out Roger Maris looking on a bender for the first out here in the top of the first. That's going to bring us up to Mickey Mantle, the Commerce Comet. Mantle having a great replay season, 16 home runs. That puts him one ahead of Maris. He's batting .330, a .436 on base, and a .611 slugging. He has 42 RBIs and 41 runs scored so far on the replay season. Fantastic season. He's going to be batting from the left side. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. And a .410 is going to be a ground ball. He gets Mantle to ground it over to shortstop. Woody Held is there. We're going to try for the double play here. Quebec is on first. Held is a 3, so we're going to roll one die here on the 3. He's going to get Quebec out there. Temple at second base on the turn for Mantle. He is a 3 as well. We roll a 3, and it is a 6-4-3 double play to end the top of the first and to end the threat. That's going to bring us to the bottom of the first now. Ralph Terry on the mound. I already told you his statistics. He's having a pretty good season so far, standing at 3-0 with a 3.78 ERA. Johnny Temple will be leading off. He's a righty, so it's righty versus righty. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. And that's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry. A 7-2 is going to be a ground ball. That grounder is going to go to short. Tony Quebec will pick it up, shoot it over to Scourin at first, and we have one away here in the bottom of the first. Jim Pearsall now the batter. Righty versus righty. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry. A 110 is a flyout. So quickly we have two away here as Pearsall will fly out to right. Maris underneath it. Tito Francona, father of Terry Francona, and he will be the batter now. He's had some game-winning heroics in a couple of a couple of games in a series not too long ago in this replay. It's going to be equal roll here. That's going to be a batter's card for Tito. And a 1-4 is going to be a ground out. So Terry has a 1-2-3 inning. That ground ball goes to Richardson at second. He'll make the play over to first. And we have 3 away in the bottom of the first as we head to the top of the second. And that's going to bring up Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra, not batting too great, but he's having some good power numbers. He's got 7 home runs, 23 RBIs, 25 runs scored, but batting just .244 on the replay season. He is batting from the left-hand side. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a batter's card. I believe that might be the first batter's card for the New York Ball Club. A 9-4 is going to be a walk. So he increases that on-base percentage and we'll draw a walk, and we have 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the second. Bill Scourin. Moose is batting .271 on the season, 7 home runs, 24 RBIs. Definitely a lot of pop in this New York lineup. I think we all knew that heading into this project. It's going to be a -1. That's going to be a batter's card for Scouron. A 1-9, doesn't look like it's going to do it. That's going to be a flyout, and that flyout is going to go to right field. Willie Kirkland will be under it for the first out here in the top of the second. Elston Howard, now he is putting up some numbers. Howard has 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. That's in 127 at-bats. He is batting .362 with a .404 on base and a .543 slugging. That's pretty close, pretty good numbers, a little bit higher on base, but he is definitely having a season here in the replay 1961. He's batting from the right side against Mudcat Grant as a righty-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 2-5 is going to be a possible situation. We're going to have to get out our situation matrix here and see how this is going to impact the game. We're going to roll 2 die here. We roll a 7-3. That's going to be on the left fielder. That's Tito. And we'll roll 1 to see what the situation is. It's a 1. And that is batter hits a line drive to left field. Left fielder gives chase and dives to the ball. If left fielder is fielding plus the roll is less than 7, left fielder makes a spectacular catch. If any runners are on base, left fielder has a chance to double up the lead runner. If left fielder's arm plus roll plus the runner's on base instincts is less than 6, runner is doubled up. If no catch made, ball falls in for a single and runners advance accordingly. So Tito Francona is a 5 fielder out there, so we're going to roll 1 die to see if he makes the play first. So it's going to be roll -5, and that is going to be a 3, which is less than 7, so that is an out on Howard, and now he can double up Yogi Berra, who is running and made the turn around second base. He's got to run all the way back to first now, and we're going to see if Tito Francona can double him up. The left fielder's arm is a 2, plus the runner's on base instincts is a 3, so that's a +1. If the roll is less than 6, so it's a +1 to the roll, it is a 3. Yogi Berra is doubled up as Tito Francona gets up and throws a bullet to first base for a double play on a Elston Howard line drive. Francona with the play of the game so far. What a play. And that will end the inning. Elston Howard, a good at bat, but unfortunate how it played out for him. And that is going to bring us to Vic Power now. Terry Francona with the play. He's not up though. And Vic Power now the batter. Power, a right-handed batter. It's righty versus righty. It's -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry, who had a 1-2-3 inning last inning. A 2-1 is going to be a strikeout looking. So Terry pitching very well so far. That's going to bring us to Willie Kirkland. Kirkland, a left-handed batter. It's going to be an equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Kirkland. A 10-10. And we have a home run, the first run of the game, and the first hit for Cleveland is a long bomb by Willie Kirkland, who gets all of it to right field. Maris stands, turns around, and watches it sail over the fence as Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead. That's going to bring up John Romano, a right-handed batter. It's -1. See if Terry can get things under control here. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry. A 7-9 is going to be a base hit. So Romano is going to get a base hit to left. Berra will get it in. But we have 1 on and 1 out. That's going to bring up Woody Held. Held responsible for a double play in the first to get Cleveland out of it. And it's going to be a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Held. A 6-2 is going to be a flyout. And that flyout will go to left field. Berra underneath it. He'll make the play, and we have 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Bubba Phillips, the third baseman for Cleveland. Slick fielding third baseman. Great fielding rating, great arm rating. As a righty-hander, righty versus righty, it's -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry. And 8-1 is going to be a line out. That's going to do it here, as the line out will be the third out. He hits it on the knob, but right to Scouring at first base. And that will do it here in the bottom of the second, but not before Willie Kirkland gets a hold of one and puts Cleveland ahead by a score of 1-0. We now head to the top of the third. Elston Howard ended the top of the second with that line shot and doubled up Berra. And that's going to bring up Bobby Richardson. Bobby Richardson having a pretty decent season, batting .255. He's got 7 RBIs, 24 runs scored. He's got 6 stolen bases on the season so far. That's across 231 at-bats. He started off as a leadoff man, but then it changed over to Boyer, and they've pretty much settled up into this lineup that they currently have, I believe, for majority of the season now. That's going to be a -2 as it's righty versus righty. It's going to go down to Mudcat Grant card. And a 2-8 is going to be a possible pass ball. We don't have anybody on, so we're going to re-roll on that matrix. And a 10-5 is going to be a walk. So Bobby Richardson will draw the walk. And do we want to steal? Romano is a 3-arm, 4-speed. I don't think we're going to steal. We need that. But it looks like we do have an opportunity to bunt him over. So we're going to try a sacrifice here with Ralph Terry. Terry, with nobody out, going to try and get Richardson into scoring position. We'll take out our bunt chart. We'll roll 1 die. We roll a 7. Batter bunts ball down the first base line. The first baseman fields ball cleanly and has a choice of play on any runner or batter for corresponding offensive player. Play out on sac bunt runner or sac bunt hitter based on the first baseman's fielding rating. Well, Power is a 5 fielding, so there's a good chance he can get Richardson out at second. It is going to be sac bunt runner, so it's a 40% chance Richardson will get in safely at second base. We're going to take that chance as Power tries to get Richardson at second. We roll a 10, and he does not. So it's going to be safe all around, as Terry is going to be safe on a fielder's choice. Power thought he could make the play, but ends up not making the play. And we have runners at first and second now with a great bunt by Ralph Terry and nobody out. We're going to head back up to the top of the order, and that's going to bring up Boyer. Boyer is a right-handed batter. It's going to be -1. New York looking to put some runs on the board here. That's going to be a pitcher's card, though. A 10-4 is a walk. We have bases loaded. And Tony Quebec, who has been dangerous in these situations, as I mentioned earlier, 33 RBIs on the season. Let's see how Quebec can come through here. Left-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card for him. And a 3-6 is going to be a ground out. We got a possible double play here, and we're going to concede the run. The ground ball is going to go to first. As I mentioned earlier, Power is a 5. He's got Boyer already out. And on the turn, Woody Held is a 3 on Quebec. 5, he is safe. So they get the fielder's choice, and a run will score for New York. So Quebec safe at first, a run scores, and we have a tie ball game 1-1 as Roger Maris will step into the plate with runners at first and third and only 1 away. Left-handed batter, it's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Roger Maris. That is a lot of dark orange on that card. Let's see how this turns out. We got first and third, 1 away. A 7-10 is a triple. A triple for Maris is going to get 2 runs in. Wow, he gets 2 runs as New York takes a 3-1 lead now on a triple that goes to the gap in center and right. Kirkland will get it in, but a triple for Roger Maris just misses a home run, and New York finds himself ahead by 2 on the triple by Roger Maris. That's going to bring up Mickey Mantle now. Man on third. That man is Roger Maris, who just hit that triple. It's going to be equal roll now. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 9-7. Looks like Mantle's going to drive in Maris with a single. And that will put New York up 4-1. Where's that single go? That single goes to right field. So now with a 3-run lead, we needed to roll on Grant. We're going to roll on his poise chart. It's a 1. It is a -1. That is going to put him down to a 2-3. Not great numbers against this New York offense, as Yogi Berra will step to the plate with 1 out and 1 on. It's going to be a equal roll now. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 9-5 is going to be a line out. Hits it on the head, but a line out to shortstop for the second out here in the top of the third. Bill Skowron now the batter. It's righty versus righty. It's going to be it's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 1-3. Looks like Grant's going to get out of this one as he will catch Skowron looking, but not before Roger Maris comes through with a triple to drive in 2 runs, and then Mantle with an RBI single as New York pulls ahead by a score of 4-1. That is going to bring us to the bottom of the third now. Ralph Terry's still on the mound, and he has a lead. That's going to bring up Mudcat Grant. We're going to keep him in the game right now, I believe. See if he can get a little further. And it's going to be a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Grant. An 8-8 is a base hit. So Mudcat Grant going to do it himself. Get a single here, as that single will go to left field. And we have 1 on, nobody out, and we're up to the top of the order now. Johnny Temple, it's righty versus righty. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 7-2 is ground ball. Possible double play. Ground ball goes to first. Skowron is a 3 on Grant. On the double play here, 20% chance Grant gets in there. He does not. And then Quebec is a 3 on Temple. Roll a 2, he does get there. So Temple is going to reach on a fielder's choice. Grant thrown out at second base on the ground ball. That'll bring up Jimmy Pearsall. Righty versus righty. It's going to be it's going to be equal. That's going to be a batter's card for Pearsall. A 1-7 is a line out to shortstop, so no chance at a double up there. Tito Francona, big play for him in the field. Let's see if he can come through on offense now. It's going to be equal roll. That's a batter's card for Tito, but a 1-5. It looks like it's going to be a line out, and that will end the inning on a line out to shortstop. Quebec stabs it, grabs it right out of the midair, and we have 3 away, head into the top of the 4th. That is going to bring up Elston Howard now. Now remember, Mudcat Grant is a -1 on his pitching rating, so it's going to be a +1 now for Elston Howard. That's a batter's card. A 2-9 is going to be a flyout. That flyout will go to right field. That's going to bring up Bobby Richardson. Richardson's going to be a -1 on the roll now. That's going to be a batter's card for him. A 6-1, though, doesn't look very likely for a hit. Nope, it's a line out, and that line out goes to first base. Vic Power dives to his side and brings it in. That's going to be 2 away. Bringing up the pitcher, Ralph Terry. He's pitching pretty good. We're not going to take him out at this point. No reason for a sacrifice here either. It's going to be +2 on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Terry. A 3-2 is going to be a strikeout. So he gets called or swings right through it, and he'll get right back to work here in the bottom of the 4th and face off against Vic Power. Alright, so that is going to be a -1 on the roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Power. A 1-2, though, is a strikeout. He'll get him swinging for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Willie Kirkland, the batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's a pitcher's card for Terry. An 8-7 is a base hit. That base hit for Kirkland is going to go to right field. We have 1 on, 1 away, and John Romano, the catcher, the batter. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a 7 for a batter's card. And a 2-5 is a ground ball, possible double play here. The ground ball is going to go to third base. Boyer, sharp glove over there, great fielding. Third baseman is a 5. Kirkland needs a 6 to be safe at second. He does not roll it. Blanchard, a 3 on Romano on the turn. 40% chance Romano beats it out, and he does not. We have a 5-4-3 double play to end the bottom of the 4th. So New York's infield defense coming through for them. We're going to head now to the top of the 5th. Mudcat Grant still on the mound, and it's going to be the top of the order now for New York. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 1-10 is a ground ball. That grounder is going to go to first base. Power will take it himself for the 3-U. Tony Quebec now the batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 3-1 is a strikeout looking. Grant not pitching too bad. He gave up some big-time hits in 1 inning, but he's been pretty good overall. That is going to be Roger Maris coming up, who hit that big triple, a 2-run triple last time at bat. And he is going to be left-hand batter. It's going to be a +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 7-8 is a base hit. Maris aboard again. He'll hit that one to center field. Pearsall will get it, but it falls in front of him for a base hit as we have 2 away and 1 on. That's going to bring up Mantle. He drove in Maris in his last at-bat with a single. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Grant. A 1-1 is a strikeout looking. So Grant will get out of this one as we head to the bottom of the 5th. New York ahead 4-1. Terry's still on the mound. I'm going to keep him going for a while. See how far he can get into this game. He's only given up 1 run so far. And that's going to be Woody Held leading off. It's going to be a -1 on the roll for him. That'll be a pitcher's card. And a 6-1 is a grounder. That ground ball is going to go to shortstop as Quebec will pick it up, shoot it over to Scourin at first for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bubba Phillips now the batter. It's going to be -1 on a roll. Pitcher's card for Terry. A 3-3 is another ground ball, and that grounder is going to go to Boyer at third, so a 5-3 for the second out here in the bottom of the 5th. That's going to bring up the pitcher. Now, do we want to take Grant out? We are going to have to roll on his numbers next inning. He's already a 2-3. So I think we are going to actually put in a pinch hitter here. We're going to bring in Bob Neiman to hit for Mudcat Grant. So we'll go ahead and get him entered into my game changer. Alright, so Neiman is a 5-5. He batted .354. I believe he split some time between Cleveland and another team in 1961. It's going to be a +1 on a roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Neiman. A 1-8, though, is going to be a pop out. Terry will jam Neiman, and he will pop out to second base. Richardson calls for it, gets underneath it, and makes the play. So we're going to go ahead and take Neiman out. And we're going to need a new pitcher here for Cleveland. And we are going to go... Ooh, do we go with Johnny? Who do we go with here? We're going to bring in Johnny Antonelli. Great pitcher in the 50s, but at this end of his career, not too great. I'll go ahead and substitute him in. Alright, so Antonelli is going to be facing off against Yogi Berra for his first batter. Alright, so it's lefty versus lefty. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Antonelli. A 5-7 is going to be the flyout, so he gets the job done against the left-handed batter, which is why I brought him in. And that is going to go to right. So that'll be one away. Bill Muscourin now the batter. He is a righty, so a little bit different story here. It's going to be a +3 on the roll. That's going to be going up to a batter's card. Scourin, a 7-2, is going to be a flyout. So Antonelli working it right now as that flyout will go out to Kirkland for the second out here in the top of the 6th. That's going to bring up Elston Howard now. Howard, very good against lefties. But we're going to try and get out of this inning, being that there's 2 outs right now. It's going to be a +4 on a roll. That's going to be going up to a batter's card. A 9-4 is going to be a base hit for Howard. That base hit is going to go to right. Kirkland will get it in, but now we have 1 on and 2 away. Bobby Richardson will be the batter. Right-handed batter, it's +2. That's going to go up to a batter's card also. But a 1-2 looks like Antonelli's going to get out of it, and that is going to be a swinging strike 3, as Richardson can't get any wood on the ball, and we head to the bottom of the 6th now, and we are going to have to roll on Terry. So Terry can go as max stamina 5, as an endurance of 3, so it's going to make for a pretty decent chart here. We're going to roll on 1 inning passed. We roll a 5, which is a -1. Sorry about that, dropped my card there. He's going to go down to a 2-3 here. And that's going to bring up Johnny Temple as the pitcher. Pinch hitter last inning, made the last out. So now Terry has a -1. That's going to be a equal roll on Temple. That's going to be a batter's card for him. A 1-3 is going to be a strikeout swinging. So Terry pitching pretty good so far. Jimmy Pearsall the batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll there. It's going to be a batter's card for Pearsall. A 10-10 for Pearsall is a home run. Just as I mentioned, Terry pitching good. He gives up a long ball to Pearsall that's going to go over the center field wall. Mickey Mantle tries to make the play, climbs the wall, but does not come back with it. And now Cleveland is down by just 2 as New York is ahead 4-2. That's going to bring up Tito Francona. Francona, left-handed batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Francona. 10-6 is going to be a base hit. I probably should not have mentioned that Terry was having a good game so far. It looks like it might start falling apart here, as that single will drop in front of Mantle. We have 1 on and 1 out, and Vic Power, who already did some damage earlier in the game. He is now the batter. It's a equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Power. A 7-2 is going to be a fly out, so he gets a piece of it, but not all of it, as he will fly out to Mantle. The runners will hold. Willie Kirkland now the batter. He's batting from the left side. It's going to be a +1 on the roll for him. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry. A 10-6, though, is a flyout. Wow, he just snuck it in there, as that flyout will get him out of the inning. A fly ball to Berra, who's underneath it, for the final out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to bring us to the pitcher's spot here. Being that we're going to be going up against the bottom of the order for Cleveland next inning, I think we're going to try and keep Terry in. Antonelli can go one more. So I think we'll try and get him. We'll have a short leash on Antonelli, I think. So left-handed pitcher against a right-handed batter. It's going to be a +4. That's going to be a batter's card. A 3-3 is going to be a strikeout on Terry. And we're going to head back to the top of the order now. Cleet Boyer, the batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Antonelli. A 6-5 is going to be a ground out. That ground ball is going to go to short. Held will pick it up, shoot it over to Vic Power for the second out here in the top of the 7th. Now that's going to bring up Quebec. This is the batter I wanted to get to with Antonelli. If he can't get past him, most likely Antonelli will come out. It's going to be an equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card, so it didn't even really make a difference. A 5-6 is going to be a ground out, though, and Antonelli will get through it. That ground ball will go to third base. Bubba Phillips will pick it up, shoot it to Power for the final out here in the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. And this could quite possibly be Terry's last inning, but we are going to have to roll on him. He is a -1 so far. I'm going to roll one die. We roll a 5. It is another -1. That's going to hurt. That's going to bring him down to a -1, -2. So let's see if Cleveland can scratch their way back here with those numbers. It's going to be a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Romano. A 10-1 is going to be a pop out. That 10 got me a little excited, but it's not going to work, as he will pop out behind the plate to Elston Howard. Woody Held now the batter. It's going to be a +1 for him. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Terry. A 1-5 is going to be a strikeout. So a strikeout looking here for Woody Held, and there's 2 away. And now we head to Bubba Phillips, who could be the final batter of the game here for Terry. It's going to be a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for him. A 2-2 is a strikeout. So he goes out on a high note, and most likely we're going to see Arroyo enter the game next. But we're going to head now to the top of the 8th. Johnny Antonelli is on the mound, but I think he is going to come out. And we're going to go in favor of Frank Funk, probably the best pitcher in the pen for Cleveland, as they're going to try and hold this 2-run deficit and not let it get any more out of hand. So he is going to be facing off against Maris to lead off the top of the 8th here. But left-handed batter, it's going to be -1 on a roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Maris. And 8-9. 8-9 is a home run. I mentioned Maris was on fire. His batting hot streak just continues as he pads New York's lead, and it is now 5-2 on the home run by Maris, which goes straight right field. Willie Kirkland turns around, kisses that ball goodbye, and now New York has a 3-run lead. Maris is just absolutely crushing the ball right now. That's going to bring up Mickey Mantle. Mantle is going to be a -1. Let's see, he's batting from the left side. Yeah, -1 on the roll. Not that great against righties. That's going to be a pitcher's card for him. And 8-1 is going to be a ground ball. That grounder is going to go to second. That, by the way, was the 16th home run for Roger Maris. He ties Mickey Mantle for the team lead now. And that ground out is going to bring up Yogi Berra. Heading from the left side, it's -1. That's going to be a batter's card for Berra. A 2-5 is going to be a pop-out, so he jams Berra on a pop-out to Vic Power over at first. And that's going to bring up Bill Skowron. He is a right-handed batter. It's a -1 for him. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Funk. A 6-8 is going to be a ground ball. So he will get out of the inning, but not before the leadoff man, Roger Maris, pops one as Funk comes in and is met with the long ball almost immediately, but eventually gets out of the inning. But New York now has a 5-2 lead. Terry, as we head into the bottom of the 8th, it's going to come out here with a 3-run lead, though. I'm not sure we're going to go straight to Arroyo. I think we're going to go ahead and put Hal Reneth in right now. Reneth, a 2.58 ERA, 1.37 whip on the card. In the replay, Reneth has a record of 0-1. He's got a 3.38 ERA, a 1.25 whip. So he's having a pretty good season. No record so far. Let's see if he can get the hold here for New York. Now he would be facing off against the pitcher's spot. But we're going to go ahead and obviously put in a pinch hitter there. And that pinch hitter is going to be Chuck Isagian. See if Cleveland can get something started. Isagian, a righty. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card on Reneth. A 5-7 is going to be a pop out, so he'll jam the pinch hitter. And Isagian will pop out to left field. Berra underneath it. That's going to bring us to the top of the order now. Cleveland starting to run out of outs here in the 8th, down by 3, and that's going to bring up Johnny Temple. Johnny Temple, right-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 9-7 is going to be a base hit. Johnny Temple is aboard with 1 away on that base hit to center. Mantle will get it in. Jimmy Pearsall now the batter. It's going to be a +1 for him. That's going to be a batter's card for Pearsall. A 6-10 is a base hit. Where does that ball go? That base hit is going to go to right field. Maris will throw it in. But we now have runners at first and second with just 1 away, and we're heading to the big part of the order here for Cleveland. So possibly a short leash here before the ball game gets out of hand. It's going to be a +1 for Francona. That's a batter's card. A 9-3 is a walk. And I think that is going to be a call to the bullpen. Reneth came in. He's going to let the game get out of hand. So who do the New York Yankees turn to? Well, they're going to bring in Luis Arroyo. Arroyo having a fantastic replay season. He's got a record of 1-0, 11 saves, a 1.79 ERA, and a 1.13 whip so far on the replay season. He's going to be facing off against Vic Power with the bases loaded and 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. It is going to be a -2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Arroyo. An 8-2 is a fly ball, so a possible sacrifice here. That fly ball is going to go to left field. Berra has a 4-arm. Does Temple try to score? It's 50-50. I think they are going to try to score, and I think New York is going to allow them to score. So they're going to give up that run. They're going to yield the run, but hold the runners at first and second. So that's going to give us 2 away, and Willie Kirkland is now going to be the batter. It's going to be lefty versus lefty. It is a -3 on that roll. That's going to go down to a 4, which is a pitcher's card. And Arroyo, an 8-7, is going to be a base hit. Ooh, that base hit is going to go to right field. Maris has just a 3-arm. Pearsall is going to attempt to score on that. Maris is going to be stepping up and throwing on a 3-arm to try and get Pearsall out at home. It's a 60% chance he's going to be safe. Maris with the throw to Howard. It's a 10, and Pearsall will make it. So a base hit to right. Maris cannot get the throw in time as Pearsall will score and runners will advance on the throw. So we have runners at second and third now. The score is 5-4 New York, and that is going to bring up John Romano as Arroyo is having trouble closing the door here after the bases were loaded by Hal Reneth. It's going to be a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Arroyo. A 9-6 is going to be a base hit. The game is tied. That base hit is going to go to left field. Berra is going to pick it up. I don't think Kirkland is going to try and run on Berra. No, he's going to stay. But the game is now tied. We have runners at first and third, 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Arroyo not able to shut the door after Reniff has just pretty much given the game away. That's going to bring up Woody Held now with the tie ball game at 5-5. It's going to be an equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Arroyo. 4-2, he finally gets out of it on a called strike 3, but not before Cleveland ties the game at 5. We're going to head now to the top of the 9th. See if New York can get some runs on the board. This game just getting away from them. Frank Funk is obviously being pulled from the game as he was pulled and lifted for a pinch hitter. Oh, and here comes the bullpen for Cleveland. Not very strong. Bobby Locke is going to be the pitcher, and that does not look good for Cleveland. But we're going to see how this plays out. Locke's first batter is going to be Elston Howard. Howard having a great season, as I mentioned earlier. He's going to be a +2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Locke. A 2-10 is a fly ball, so he gets a first out here. That fly ball is going to go to left. Bobby Richardson now stepping to the plate. He's going to be an equal roll against Bobby Locke. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 10-5 is a walk. So a walk to Bobby Richardson is going to put a man on first with 1 away and the pitcher spot coming up. Yeah, we're going to put in a pinch hitter. Arroyo is going to come out of the game. And that pinch hitter is going to be Johnny Blanchard. Blanchard having a great replay season so far. Has 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, and batting .343. So as you could tell, 1961 was a good season for him. And he is a left-handed batter, so it's going to be a +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Blanchard. A 10-4. A 10-4 is going to be a walk. Blanchard is going to draw the walk against Bobby Locke as he can't lock it down. And we have first and second with 1 away, and the top of the order now coming up. That's going to be Cleet Boyer, right-handed batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Boyer. A 2-1, though, is a strikeout. So a strikeout for Boyer swinging, and we have 2 away. That's going to bring up Tony Kubek, left-handed batter. It's going to be +2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Bobby Locke. A 9-10 on the pitcher's card is a double. A big-time double for Kubek. That double is going to go to right field in between center and right. Kirkland will be up with it. Richardson comes around to score. And Blanchard is at third base. He is a 2-speed on Kirkland, a 3-arm. I don't think we're going to attempt that, but Kubek comes through with an RBI double as New York takes a lead and is up 6-5. Roger Maris now the batter. He's been having a heck of a ball game so far. Let's see if he can continue that. He is batting from the left side. It's going to be a +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Maris. A 9-7 just misses a home run. That's a base hit. That base hit is going to go to center field. Pearsall will pick it up with 2 away. Kubek running. He is going to score. Blanchard is already in as New York jumps ahead 8-5 now. Mickey Mantle will be the batter. Mantle, a switch hitter. We have to roll on Locke here. A 5 is going to be no change for him. So it's going to be a +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Mantle. A 9-1 looks like it's going to get... No, it's a walk. So Mantle is going to draw the walk here. And we now have first and second 2 away here in the top of the 9th. And Yogi Berra the batter. It's going to be +2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 9-9 is a possible home run. It's getting out of hand here. It is a possible home run, a -3 on a pitcher's card. Berra is a 5. That's a +2 on a roll. So that means a 4 and up is a home run for Berra. It's a 9. That is a 3-run shot. Berra hits the home run as it will sail over the center field fence. And New York stakes a 11-5 lead. Bobby Locke is going to clearly have to come out of the game. He probably should have come out a little while ago. Bob Allen will be the new pitcher for Cleveland. Not much better, but it's a different look. And that's going to be Bill Skowron up against Bob Allen. It's going to be a +3 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Skowron. A 6-1 will finally end the inning. And that's going to be a line out. Excuse me, a line out to the shortstop, Woody Held. So that'll do it as we head to the bottom of the 9th now. New York is ahead. Excuse me. Arroyo had to come out. We're going to put in a new pitcher. That new pitcher is going to be Art Ditmar, as he's going to come in and try and close it out here. Ditmar's number for the replay. He's a record of 5-2 with 1 save, a 4.59 ERA, 1.58 WHIP. So pretty good record, but not great numbers overall. And that's going to bring up Bubba Phillips, right-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for him. A 1-7 is a ground ball, and that grounder is going to go to second base. Richardson will pick it up for the first out here in the bottom of the 9th. That's going to bring up the pitcher spot. Obviously, another pinch hitter, and that is going to be Jack Cubizin. Want to say that? Maybe. So he's going to be a pinch hitter. Art Ditmar, righty versus righty. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Cubizin. And 8-10 is a base hit, so he'll single and extend the inning here. As he singles to right, Maris will get it in. And we're going to head back to the top of the order now and see if Cleveland can make a 9th inning comeback here. Johnny Temple, the batter, we got 1 on, 1 out. It's going to be an equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Temple, or sorry, for Ditmar. A 7-9 is going to be a single. So New York getting in a little bit of trouble here, as that single is going to go to Mantle in center, and we have 2 on and only 1 out. Jimmy Pearsall, he had a home run so far in the game. He's going to be a +1 on a roll. That's going to be a batter's card for him. A 5-6 is going to be a ground out. We got a possible double play here. The ground ball is going to go to third base, Boyer, with a 5 fielding. Temple needs a 6 to be safe at second. He does not get it. Richardson a 3 on the turn on Pearsall. An 8, and it is a game-ending double play. 6-4-3 double play to end it. So that will end the game. Ditmar does close it out. Does not get a save for that in that situation, as New York wins 11-5. We're going to go ahead and exit this game. As the game is over, the winning pitcher is going to be, I want to say Terry. I got to look at the, let's see. No, it's not Terry because they tied the game. So the winning pitcher is going to be Arroyo. So Arroyo gets the win. And the losing pitcher is going to be Bobby Locke. So with that, our player of the game, well, I think we got to go with Maris. 4 for 5. He had a home run. He had a triple. He had 5 RBIs in the game. Roger Maris, your player of the game here on game number 59 of the 1961 project for On Deck Baseball, as New York wins an exciting one by a score of 11-5. Ralph Terry had a good game. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts against no walks. So a pretty good game for him, as Cleveland comes back but cannot hold on to the lead, and The New York team has an explosive last couple of innings and come away with 11-5 victory. If you could, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment below. This was a fun one. Stay tuned for more games from Project 1961, as well as more games in the ODBLL. Thank you for joining me tonight. You guys have a great night.